Today we've got some quick tips about making sure that you understand who owns your social media profiles. Caitlin?
So, as Janet mentioned, social media is a huge part of
your online brand.
Absolutely. It gets your name out there. I'm sure you probably know Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest,
LinkedIn,
just to name a few.
Tons of them.
2 key takeaways again from this series. You need to find out who owns those channels, and then if you don't own them, you need to own them.
What do you mean by who owns them?
So, I'm glad you asked. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So, for example, there's an opportunity with Facebook that it could be multiple users owning one page. If that's the case and it's not you, you need to find out who does own your Facebook channel and your profile, and they need to add you. With Facebook, as with a lot of other social media profiles, 99% of that ownership is personal. It's your personal photos and your personal, statuses.
Sort of to chime into what Caitlin is saying, what we've seen, and these are real examples with real clients that will remain anonymous to protect the innocent. We've seen business owners come to us that have a very active Facebook presence, and the only person with the login to manage that business presence on Facebook was a former employee that they don't even have in contact, they're not in contact with anymore. Right. So that's why we're talking about who owns it. What we're really talking about is who owns the login to it.
Right, who owns the login? And if it's not you, get them to add you. If you don't want to be on Facebook, totally fine. Then make sure there's somebody else you trust and know, and it's not just one employee, it's not just one agency. I would have multiple users on Facebook.
You know, you just said something that I thought was a really good point. We definitely have clients that personally do not want to be on Facebook. They don't share pictures of their friends and their family and their vacations. That is fine.
Yeah.
You can create a Facebook profile that then you use that login to be the administrator of your Facebook business page, and you never have to post a personal picture ever. Right. So when Caitlin says, if you don't want to be on Facebook, you don't really have to be on Facebook personally to have the ownership login of your business page, and then you could have somebody else manage the business page. We're just saying, as the owner, the president of this brand that you're working so hard to build, don't leave the keys to that car in somebody else's hands.
No, please don't. And then in terms of other profiles such as Twitter or Pinterest, for example, who may not have a multiple user opportunity, I would say make sure you know the login and the password, and it's one universal login, and it's not just the agency
or freelancer
or one person on staff who has that login. So if there are any takeaways from this, one, go make sure somebody.
The takeaway is if you have a business presence on any social media platform today, you need to go find out if you can log into it.
Yeah, you go log into it. You don't have to comment. You don't have to read anything.
If you've got a staff person that you trust that's managing it and that person's doing a great job, fantastic. But just, for your own benefit, make sure that you have the access to all those profiles, because those profiles are representing your company online, and we just want to make sure that we're spreading the word that you've worked really hard to build this business, and your brand exists well beyond just your website. It's social media, and you need to make sure that you ultimately have control of that.
Own it.
Love it. Thank you.
Thanks,
Stay tuned for the next one.